We are almost at the end of the series. After this video is done, there will be one video left, which will be the Street Fighter 6 video. Like the previous video, the subject of this one is another crossover, probably the most popular crossover fighting game. But before I talk about it, I will talk about its origin. In the 90s, HAL Laboratory, a game development company that mostly worked with Nintendo, asked its developers for different ideas for a potential new Nintendo 64 game. These options were slimmed down to two prototypes. One will be a stealth adventure game and the other one will be a fighting game. Satoru Iwata, the president of HAL Laboratory and later the president and CEO of Nintendo from 2002 until his death in 2015, and Masahiro Sakurai, mostly known at the time as a designer and director of Kirby's Dream Land, worked on these projects. Iwata worked as a programmer and Sakurai as the director and designer of the games. When they presented the games to Nintendo was more interested in the stealth adventure game because they believed it would sell better. But sometime later, the development of Kirby's Air Ride for the Nintendo 64 was paused, which made so that HAL Laboratory didn't have a game for the holiday season the following year. HAL Laboratory asked Nintendo if they would keep working on the fighting game prototype, arguing that its development time would be shorter than the action-adventure game. In the end, Nintendo agreed and let them keep developing the fighting game. Unlike other fighting games at the time, the prototype will be a 4-player fighting game in which there are no health bars, there are platforms that could move around instead of a flat stage, and players will try to knock their opponent out of the stage. The game will be called Dragon King the Fighting Game. At first, the characters in the game were just human-shaped 3D models that looked like people wearing full body suits. This made so the developers nicknamed the project Pepsi Man, who was the mascot of a series of Pepsi commercials during the 90s. When the game left the prototype stage, Sakurai had problems trying to figure out characters for the game. His main problem was that he didn't know how to make the characters of the game feel unique compared to other fighting games characters at the time. Sakurai and his team would talk about different ideas for the characters, until one of them brought up the idea of using Nintendo characters. At first, Sakurai believed that they would not be given permission by Nintendo to use the characters, because he believed that Nintendo would not like the characters to be seen fighting each other. So they created a build of the game with Mario, Donkey Kong, Samus, and Fox. They showed the build of the game to Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, Donkey Kong, and The Legend of Zelda, hoping that if he liked the build of the game, he could push Nintendo to let them use Nintendo characters for the official build of the game. In the end, Nintendo let them use the characters. The game will be called Super Smash Bros. The game was released in January 1999 in Japan, June in Europe, and December in the Americas for the Nintendo 64. It included 12 characters from different Nintendo properties. 4 of these characters were secret characters. The included characters were Mario and Luigi, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu and Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon, and Ness. The game had 9 stages that represented each of the character series except for Ness and Captain Falcon. Apart from being a platform fighter and not using health bars, the game was also different from other traditional fighters by having different controls. Instead of having different buttons for punch and kick, the game had 2 main attack buttons. These were normal attacks and special attacks. Normal attacks are done by pressing the A button. They can be altered by holding a direction and pressing A. These are called tilt attacks. A stronger attack can be done by pressing A and a direction at the same time. These attacks are called smash attacks. Special attacks are also done differently from normal fighting games. For example, to do Ryu's Hadouken in Street Fighter, a player has to press down, forward, plus a punch button, but in this game they are done by just pressing the B button or B with pressing down or up. Each character in the game has 3 different special moves. The reason to make special moves simple is that Sakurai wanted a lower barrier of entry for this game compared to other fighting games. Another difference is that there is a shield button. To block in most fighting games, players have to hold back. In this one they just have to press a button to do it. But the longer the button is held, the smaller the shield bubble becomes. If it is held for too long, the shield will burst and stun the player. The game was very successful. It sold around 5 million copies around the world and became the 5th best-selling game for the Nintendo 64. After the success of this game, Nintendo released multiple sequels, one for each of their home consoles. With every single new entry, new characters and game mechanics will be introduced. While the second game, Super Smash Bros. Melee, only introduced Nintendo characters, this will change in the next sequel. In the year 2008, Super Smash Bros. Brawl was released on the Nintendo Wii. It introduced the first non-Nintendo characters. These characters were Solid Snake and Sonic the Hedgehog. The next game, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, which was released in 2014, added even more guests, and introduced undoubtable characters into the series. The DLC brought back some characters that were not in Brawl or the initial roster of this game, and also even more guest characters. The final game in the series, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, was released in December 2018 on Nintendo Switch. It returned every single character that was in any of the previous games. The game also expanded the amount of DLC characters by adding 2 seasons of DLC, which mostly consisted of guest characters. The total number of DLC characters was 12 characters. With all of these introductions in each game, the total number of characters in this series will increase from 12 characters to a total of 86 characters. In the end, the Super Smash Bros. Series became one of the most popular video game series. The series has reached a very big audience of players because of its easiness to pick up and play the games, the ability to play with 4 players at the same time, which in more recent titles has reached up to 8 players, different ways to play the game, and the vast number of video game characters from different video game series and eras. Now, with the history of the series finished, let's talk about Terry.
Cover!
Terry was released as the 4th DLC character and 74th character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in December 2019. But before focusing on the specifics of the character, let's talk about some extra stuff that he brought with him. Like the other DLC characters, a new stage was introduced with him. This stage is called the King of Fighters Stadium. The stage is completely flat and there are no falls on either side of the stage. On each side there are two invisible walls. These two walls can be broken by knocking opponents into them. The walls will take more damage depending on how hard a player gets hit into them. When they take enough damage, the walls will shatter and the player that got hit into them will be KO'd. The stage also has a bunch of guest characters in the background. These characters have all appeared in the King of Fighters series, with most of them being from the Fatal Fury series. Depending on the music that is being played, different characters will appear. Now let's focus on his gameplay mechanics. This segment will serve as a basic guide on how to play the character. Terry belongs to the fighting game character archetype. The characters in this archetype have mechanics that make them very different from the rest of the roster. The first mechanic is that in 1 vs 1 battles, these characters are always facing the opponent. This is important because of the next mechanic. The second mechanic is that these characters have the option of using command inputs to use their special moves. These are done in the same way as traditional fighting games. The command input versions of their special moves are usually stronger than the simple input versions. Their third mechanic is the ability to cancel normal moves into special moves. Terry's first special move is the Power Wave. The Power Wave can be done by pressing the special button. The strength and the speed of the move changes depending if the special button is tapped or held down. If the move is thrown in the ground, it will slide on the ground and move forward until it disappears or it hits the opponent. If it is thrown in the air, the move will turn into the Round Wave. The Round Wave will only form right in front of Terry and it won't move forward. Unlike his other special moves, the Power Wave doesn't have a command input version. Unlike most characters, Terry has two side specials instead of just one. The first one is the Burning Knuckle. The Burning Knuckle can be done by pressing forward and the special button, or by pressing down forward and an attack button. Terry will launch forward with a punch. His second side special is a Crack Shoot. It is done by pressing back and the special button, or by pressing down, back and attack button. Terry will jump and spin forward with a kick. Both of these moves can be used to recover horizontally. The Burning Knuckle will travel a larger distance than the Crack Shoot, but the Crack Shoot has less landing lag, which will allow Terry to move again quicker. Terry's up special is the Rising Tackle. It can be done by pressing up and the special button, or by holding down for a few frames and then pressing up and an attack button. Like his other special moves, this move also has a light and a heavy version. With the heavy version, Terry will travel upward farther and do more damage if he hits the opponent. If it is done with the input version, the Rising Tackle will be stronger and Terry is immune to hits for the first few frames of the move, making it a good anti-air option. The charging of the Rising Tackle can be done while performing other actions. For example, while attacking you can hold down to charge the Rising Tackle, and then release the charge to cancel an attack onto the Rising Tackle. Or you can also hold down while shielding to the Rising Tackle as long as the shield button is released, making it a good punishment option. Terry's Power Dunk is the last one of his standard special moves. Power Dunk can be done by pressing down and the special button, or by pressing forward, down, and then in between down and forward press any of the attack buttons. This type of motion is often called the Dragon Punch or DP motion, which is based on Ryu's Shoryuken. The light version of the move has a shorter jump, a faster punch, and a faster recovery, while the heavy version jumps higher and has a slower punch and recovery. Like the Rising Tackle, this move is also another way of recovering vertically. The previous 5 special moves are just Terry's standard special moves. If Terry's damage percentage is at 100% or higher, the word GO will appear next to the damage percentage. In this mode, Terry unlocks 2 super special moves that can be done indefinitely. This is a reference to the Fatal Fury series. Since Fatal Fury 2, players can do as many super moves as they want while they have low HP. Unlike the other special moves, these moves can only be done with command inputs. The first super special move is the Power Geyser. It is done by pressing down, back, and then forward plus an attack button. Terry will punch the ground and create a geyser of energy that will hit in front of him and above him. If the command input is done the opposite way, Terry will turn around before releasing the geyser. This move is a very strong anti-air option. His second super special move is the Buster Wolf. It is done by pressing down and then forward twice, plus an attack button. Terry will rush forward, and if he hits the opponent, Terry will release an explosion. If he misses, Terry will not release explosion and he will be stuck recording for a while. Like his special moves, these two super moves can be cancelled from normal moves. If you are playing with Smash Balls or the Final Smash meter, Terry can do a Final Smash. Final Smash is a super move that every character in this game has. His Final Smash is a Triple Wolf. To do it, press the special button after destroying the Smash Ball or having a full Final Smash meter. The Triple Wolf combines 3 different special moves. It will start with a Triple Geyser. If the Triple Geyser hits the opponent, there is going to be a cutscene. The opponent gets sent into the air by the Triple Geyser, then Terry will knock down his opponent with a Power Dunk, and finally he will hit him with a Buster Wolf. His Final Smash can also be cancelled from normal moves and some special moves. In conclusion, Terry is mostly a close range fighter. He doesn't do too much damage from a distance, but his special moves give him ways to get closer to his opponent. Terry is also one of the most mechanically dense characters in the game. He has more special moves than most characters, and they have different variations too. While he is simple to use without his command inputs, to be able to use Terry at his full potential, players have to know how to use his command input moves, and when to do the different variations of his special moves. This is easier for players that are used to playing other fighting games, but kind of difficult for players that have only played Smash Bros. Now with that done, let's move on to the playthrough. Hello and welcome back. It's been a while technically. The last few games were recorded months ago, and this is being recorded probably like a few days before release. So I'm just going to focus on some of the single player stuff, and then I'm also going to play online. Okay, so as you can see, I played a few characters here before, but not every single one. Yeah, compared to the other videos, the roster in this is very big. Probably about like 6 or 7 times the size of the other ones. Maybe double or triple of King of Fighters. So the Terry route, the King of Smash. So you can use... Okay, so you can change the difficulty of this. Depending on how well you do, the difficulty will increase, or if you do bad, it will go down. Okay, so they technically made it... what is it? King of Fighters inspired. With well, it's 1 but versus 3 fighters. And as you can see, they have health bars. They don't have... I mean, it's not about making them fall. But I kinda have to be careful because I'm fighting as if I was playing just normal Smash. Okay, so now I have low health, so now I can use my super. Um,
Continue.
let's restart that. I think I could do a lot better. That was a lot better than before. Ah, damn it to do that. Okay, that was a lot better than the previous attempt. Okay, so not every single stage is going to be the Field Fury one. I wonder if they made it so there are walls next to the side. I mean, to each side, kinda like the King of Fire stage. Others have problems in which I try to do one of the command moves, and I release a smash attack instead. Team bad guys, I guess. This is Ryu's stage. Too high. I guess no, this is one does have balls. You know, I know that a lot of people have problems doing the command input moves, but for the I guess for the power guys, you can think of it as on your finger as a pendulum, like sliding down from one side to the next. Kinda makes it easier to visualize. Oh, items. It's kinda weird. So Metal Terry. Yeah, that's everything. I can still do the command input. Team mascots, I guess. Sega with Sonic, Mega Man with Capcom, and Pac-Man with Bandai Namco. Okay, problems in that part. He was moving a lot. Where am I? Oh. Okay. Oh, I was probably about to die in that part. Ah. You can use the tickets to not lose points. So next is Pac-Man. Places for keys. That's his theme song. Kind of like a fitting stage for the fight. Ganondorf is kinda scary to fight against. Not like the best character in the game, but it's just like one wrong move and you are almost dead, just from like single hits. Yeah, almost died to the controls, the weird controls that Terry has. I almost died there because I had low HP. With the Buster Wolf as a shield. That's why I didn't die. Okay, so this is just a bonus game, it's just run to the finish. I think it's always the same for every single character. I'm not going to lose time trying to get that one. I don't even think that Terry has a good way of getting there in time. So team fighting games. I think that normally the final boss that you fight in this game mode is Master Hand. But sometimes they switch it up for, based on the character that you're using. Uh-oh. Ah! 1 HP. Yeah, I believe that every single Smash game has like a minigame in the credits. Maybe Smash 64 doesn't have it. But they always have like these very animated credits. Yeah, they have a lot of people that work in these games because they also have to credit the creators of every single character. Even if they didn't work in any of the games. And there are the other King of Fighter characters. So for every single DLC character, they have like a spirit board. When you enter one, you see like different characters from the series. So it is kind of like at the same time as, I guess, getting Terry as a character, all of these characters are also being introduced into the game, but like the name says, they're spirits. So in this case, it's the Mii Brawler fighting as Kiss. And they also have like different conditions. For example, it's a stamina battle, so we have HP. Instead they reduce the jumping power of every character. And the draws of the enemy has also increased, which is based on how this has a few like counter grabs in the Fatal Fury series and Gear Fighters. So if you go to party, you can change your spirits. This will increase the stats of your character too. I really gave him the Zelda hair. Oh, there goes the counter. Oh, I thought I dodged it. Okay, so he's using the Final Smash meter, not Smash World. Well, to simulate the Super rare. Okay, it worked. I thought it was not going to hit from there. Critical fast final smash meter. No, I only wanted to try that one because it kinda seems fitting to the fight geese as the final boss. But yeah, that was kind of short. Let's try something different from the previous videos. Let's go online. Most of the time I've been playing just Street Fighter 6 well, when it comes to fighting games. People have been playing this a lot more than me, probably. I barely play online this game. That was weird. I guess Terry was about to release the power geyser, but he was doing it backwards. He was turning around. And she got me in the startup of the not boarding knuckle, that was a wolf. I didn't get my immunity. Okay, there he goes. I was having some problems trying to cancel. Oh, I didn't see that. Place my shield too early, and that. Or it may not. Okay. I think I should not have won that one. I'm releasing the shield too early. I expect that to hit me there. Surprisingly still alive. Okay, there he goes. She knew I was going to go up. Keep pulling for that. Ah! Okay, so this became a best of 3. Unless she wants to call it quits. Oh, damn it, to kill myself. Hey, why do we have only 2 HP? And 2 stocks. I guess that's their preferred rules. Yeah, the way that the online works is that the rules that you choose get manually chosen, I believe, between you and your opponent. I prefer to have play stock battles. Oh, I'm doing. Okay. Alright, go back, John. Yeah, that was close. Very easy in this game to commit mistakes. That will cost you the match. Just like killing yourself by falling from the stage. But it always feels terrible when that happens.
3, 2, 1,
Donkey Kong. I have a friend that always likes to play Donkey Kong. What just happened? Disconnect. Yeah, I think this is like a fitting final fight. So I smash my keyboard by mistake. Well, not smash it, but like move it. I mean to do that, I mean to do the crash foot. I don't know how many people like to rematch in this game. Usually when playing Street Fighter 6, they always try to players try to complete the full match, like the best of. I don't know if it's Smash players like that. Fire and Mitra.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's another character that one of my friends likes to play. But he's mostly a little Mac player. Kinda laggy. Between Pyra and Mitra, Pyra is the one that does the most damage, but Mitra is more quicker. Forgot I switched the controls. I'm not using the C stick to smash, but to do the tilt attacks. I think if she was using a Pyra before, I would have died by now. It was taking a while to find someone. Okay, this is even more fitting than that Mario fight. Maybe not the music. So this is the last fighting a character that was added. Kazuya from Tekken. Unlike Ryuken and Terry, he's more like a heavy fighter. He's more like Under. Oh! That was cool. Okay, he knows the combo. think a smash attack was probably enough to beat him. But at the same time, beat him while doing the Super C is cool. Gotcha. Okay, since he's playing Kazuya, he might be like a fighting game player, so he might do the best of 3. Let's see if he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the fighting game spirit. Okay, I think that was a good place to stop. Like either Ryu, Ken, Terry, or Kazuya final fight. Well, I think it's probably the best time to finish the video. For anyone that watched, thanks for watching. This was very different from the previous ones, well, the previous videos. And a little bit more difficult to plan, since the single player mode is very easy and shorter compared to the previous games that I played. And the online can be unpredictable. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you later.